Yeah, Lauren was my neighbor. We're just trying to find out where she is at this point. I mean, no one has seen her since Saturday. I mean, the last time anyone heard from her was an email that she sent out, and no one's heard from her since.
Welcome into my gated community. You can call me the doorman. And here, I would like to share with you some of the stories about how some of our, let's say, guests ended up here. Tonight's story is about Stephen McDaniel, a 25-year-old law student whose mad obsession with his neighbor would land him in prison for 27 years. Let me show you the timeline of events.
9 a.m., June 30th, 2011, Macon, Georgia. Detectives Chapman and Patterson are called to the apartments at 1058 Georgia Avenue to investigate Lauren Giddings' disappearance. Some of Giddings' friends were already there when the police arrived, and detectives spoke with him about the details of Giddings' disappearance. Detective Chapman receives information that Lauren's uncle said that Lauren told him that she had a creepy neighbor who had been stalking her. After the call, Chapman knocked on Stephen McDaniel's door. He knocked several times and turned around to leave, but just then the door opened. McDaniel stood in the doorway with deep dark circles under his eyes, which Chapman described as looking as if, quote-unquote, he hadn't slept for days. He told the detective that he knew Giddings was missing. Patterson said he asked McDaniel to go with him to his car so he could conduct a recorded interview. Once the interview was complete, McDaniel walked back upstairs towards his apartment, but Patterson never made it to the second floor. He says, "I made it a few steps, and then I caught an odor of something." A crime scene technician quietly looked inside the trash can near where Patterson had smelled the odor. Inside was a human torso. Patterson said the police kept the discovery under wraps until McDaniel and Giddings' friends had left for the police station for more interviews.
Upon Stephen's return home from his interrogation down at the police station, he was informed he was not allowed back into his apartment yet because they were still searching it. As he was walking out, a cameraman from the news crew waved him down, and he gives this interview.
We don't know where she is. I mean, the only thing we can think is that maybe she went out running and someone snatched her. Because we went over. One of her friends had a key. We went inside and tried to see if there was anything amiss, but she had a door jamb that was sitting right by it, so there was no sign that anyone broke in. The door was locked when everyone got here. We just don't know where she is.
What about in the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of. I think that's where they have recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
Body?
Had you heard? Had you seen anything there? Had you seen anything there? We don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like, they took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. So that's why we're trying to ask people if they know who lived there. Are you okay, sir?
I think I need to sit down.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was a little upset there that they found the body before the garbage men came and got it. The word is the garbage men were trying to get into the driveway and the police were blocking the way. So bad timing, pretty poor decision making there, Stephen.
Studying for the bar?
No one had seen her since Saturday because we all just, there's not a whole lot of interaction unless we're doing classes. I would see her go out running, but
What time would you go out running?
I don't even know when.
At night or morning?
I saw her midday a couple weeks ago. That was the last time I saw her, was coming back from the bar prep on the main campus because we got moved over there for a week or two.
But she normally would run. That was the
routine she ran all the time. She had a group that she would go running with. I don't know anyone that would want to hurt her. She was as nice a person as there is.
Was she moving soon? Did you know anything about her?
Yeah. She was going to be moving out today. She was supposed to move out today because someone else was going to be moving into her apartment in New Boston.
What's going going on in your mind right now? Like, what are you thinking?
Why would anyone do this?
She didn't hear anything.
No. I just heard something. Maybe I could have held it.
Okay, don't worry. Do you want to sit down for a second? You got something to drink? Do you know if a bunch of her friends are getting together or anything?
That's how I found out that she was missing. A bunch of her friends came over yesterday night around midnight, and they hadn't seen her since Saturday, so they were trying to find out where she was.
So they were knocking on neighbors' doors and stuff?
They went in, they had a key to her apartment, and they checked around, didn't see anything out of place. It was locked when everyone got there.
That was midnight?
Yeah, around midnight, and then we went over to law school to see if maybe she was over in the library studying or something. And we looked up in the study rooms on the 3rd floor, and there was no one there. And we came back, we looked around, and just tried to find anything to figure out where she was.
Who was the last person to be with her? You said that somebody seen her on Saturday?
Yeah, she went over to a couple friends' house, Garen Mueller and Joe Cairns. They live over on Walnut, and they said that she was over there in the morning, and that was the last time that anyone we've been able to find out from had seen her.
She hadn't mentioned what she was going to do that day or anything?
Joe, he got onto her computer last night to see if she had said anything. She'd sent an email out to some people that afternoon talking about like going out to eat or something. And the last thing that there was an email that she sent out after 10 that night where she sent to, I think it was someone in Atlanta, a friend of hers in Atlanta, and she said that she was afraid in her apartment that she thought that someone had tried to break in on Thursday night, and she was afraid to stay in there. But
where did you hear that from Joe?
He pulled it up and we read it off the screen.
She had said that to a friend in Atlanta?
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but...
And you hadn't heard anything on Thursday night or
No.
the weekend? She never came to you to tell you anything?
No, if she had, I could have done something. I could have lent her a handgun. I've got a little handgun that I have for defense. And
Or she could have slept over or something?
yeah, something. If she was afraid in her apartment, then, get her out of there.
Is that tried to break in on Thursday?
That's what she said in the email. She thought that someone had tried to break into her apartment. She said, like, Macon hoodlums tried to break into my apartment on Thursday night. And then this morning they knocked on my door. They were looking around trying to find anything. And a few of the other friends, Burpee and Garen and Ashley, they were here. They were here last night, and they'd come back this morning. I just went out and talked with them, and then they moved us all over to the side, and they bussed us all down to the department and kept us there until I got back to us a little while ago.
They asked us questions.
Yeah, they took statements trying to find out if anyone had seen anything, if anyone had heard anything, when the last time anyone saw her was.
Well, police were also watching the interview that McDaniel was giving to reporters out front. Patterson said it looked like he was hyperventilating and he thought he fainted from the heat outside there. But I'm sure the police watched that interview over and over again as McDaniel gave a ton of information out there. After the interview is over, McDaniel tries to come back to his apartment. Patterson tries to have him sign a document allowing police to search his place. He said he was just staring off into space, and they said he couldn't come back in the apartment, so he left. And as he was crossing the street, one of the other detectives waved him over to sit into the air-conditioned mobile command unit. Detective Chapman said McDaniel seemed like he was just in shock. He remained there for over 3 hours by his choice. After the first 15 minutes, he did allow police to search his apartment more fully. And over the course of those 3 hours, several detectives came in and out and spoke with McDaniel. He finally did go home, and about 8:45 that evening, cadaver dogs were brought through McDaniel's apartment. He was there sitting on the couch. Later, about 11 o'clock, they bring McDaniel down to the police station, and watch this, what a different Daniel we get this time.
All right, brother. All right. I just got to ask you a few questions. You came down earlier tonight, me and you talked, all right. You don't have any weapons on you, do you?
No.
That's just you are. What's wrong? You know Detective Patterson, right?
Yes.
You remember, put your hands up here, you remember us talking
Yes.
earlier tonight, right?
Yes.
You remember me earlier in the day?
Yes.
When we came down here and talked a little bit and then we left?
Yes.
Okay. I need to know about this girl right here. You know her?
Yes.
Who is that?
Lauren Giddings.
Does she live next door to you?
Yes.
When's the last time you seen her?
2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay. Was you friends with Lauren?
Yes.
Look at me when you talk to me, son. Okay? Was you friends with her?
Yes.
Close friends?
We were good.
I mean, y'all were friends, right? Both of y'all
Yes.
were law students. You're studying to be an attorney, right?
Yes.
What kind of law do you want to go into? Criminal law?
Yes.
Civil? Is that what you want to do for a living?
Yes.
Okay. Are you almost finished?
Yes.
Okay. So you don't have too much more to do, right?
No.
All right. Are you going to stay here in Macon?
I don't know.
Did you used to work at the district attorney's office in Macon?
Yes.
Was you on the prosecutor side or the defense side?
Prosecutor.
So you were on our side.
Yes.
Right. You never worked on the other side?
No.
Did you like it when you were down there?
Yes.
Got along with everybody?
Yes.
Okay. And you've lived next to Lauren for a long time?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know where she's at tonight?
No.
Hmm?
No.
Have you ever seen her with that dress on?
No.
You have no idea where she's at?
No.
Look, just tell me what happened, brother.
I don't know.
Well, where's she at? I need you, I'm asking you for your help. Can you help me?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You can't help a friend out?
I don't know what you need.
I need to know where Lauren's at.
I don't know.
When's the last time you seen her?
2 or 3 weeks ago.
Have you ever seen anybody over at her house the last couple nights?
No.
Okay. If you knew where she was, would you tell me?
Yes.
What do you think happened to her?
I don't know.
Do you even care that no one can find her?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know, do you?
Yes.
What's up with the pair of underwear that was in your apartment?
I
It was
don't
like
know.
a mask. It was cut out like a mask, dude. You cut underwear out to look like mask?
No.
How many guns did you have in your apartment?
3.
What are they? Do you know what they are?
A rifle.
What kind of rifle did you have?
An AK semi-automatic.
Where'd you buy it from?
Classic Arms.
Is that Atlanta or something?
Online.
Okay. What kind of pistols do you own?
EAA Witness. Full size and compact.
Okay. What is that? What about the one that was on the bed?
That's the full size.
That's the full size one. What was the other one?
The compact.
Where was that at?
On the table. By the bed.
Yeah. Remember I was in there?
Mm-hmm.
And then you had that samurai sword.
Yes.
That was just that's not, is it an expensive sword or is it just a
No.
knockoff? It's just one of the knockoff swords.
Yes.
And what about the knife?
Which knife?
The one that was, remember you showed me it was dull?
Yes.
What kind of knife is that? Because I don't know.
Kukri.
Where do you get something like that online?
I bought it from a friend.
Did you have any other knives in the house?
Yes.
that I didn't see? Because you didn't show me no other knives. That's the only ones you showed me. What other knives did I miss?
There's a pocket knife that's on the table.
Are you a knife collector or a knife person, or
No,
you just like knives?
I used to collect swords.
I mean, do you know your swords? I mean, to
Yes.
sell and trade swords?
No.
But you just bought here and there?
Yes.
But you wouldn't consider yourself like a sword expert?
No.
Now the other detective takes a crack at Stephen. I'm not sure if it's going to be any better this time.
What I want you to do, I'm going to ask you this question. I want you to describe to me how you feel right now. You don't know how to answer that with a yes or no, do you?
I don't know what's going on.
Lauren's missing. This pretty little girl right here, your neighbor, she's missing.
I know.
You went looking for her last night.
Yes.
Did you hurt Lauren?
No.
Stephen, did you hurt Lauren?
No.
I know this is hard for you to tell it, but it's weighing on you right now, ain't it, Stephen?
I didn't do it.
But I know you can probably help me with who did. Can't you, buddy?
I don't know.
Stephen, you know, and me and you both know it's no different than when you was a little kid, right? And you reached in that cookie jar and you got caught after your mama told you not to get that cookie. And she was, did you get a cookie? No. And whenever you tell a lie, you feel bad about it right then. One, with every lie, there's a chance you're going to get caught. And that weighs on you. Because you know you did something bad. Am I right?
I didn't do it.
You didn't take the cookie?
No.
What'd you do, buddy?
I didn't do anything.
What'd you do to Lauren?
I didn't do anything.
You saw Lauren last night, though? Yesterday?
No.
What time was it that she went out to do her laundry?
I don't know.
Where were you at yesterday?
At home.
What'd you do at home? Tell me everything you did yesterday. From the time you woke up to the time you went to sleep.
I checked the news.
At what time?
I don't remember.
Was it yesterday morning?
I don't remember.
What'd you do when you woke up?
I think I checked the news.
Alright, you checked the news, okay? What'd you do after that?
I watched some videos online.
Did you clean up?
No.
You didn't?
No.
You smell like you've been cleaning up, like you've been using cleaner to clean up. I know what that smells like. My wife smells like that all the time when she cleans the house. You've been using some kind of cleaner to clean up your apartment, haven't you?
No.
Stephen, you telling me you live like a man? How does your apartment get cleaned?
I clean it.
Okay. When was the last time you cleaned it, Stephen?
I don't remember.
Was it this week?
No.
You mean you go a whole week without cleaning?
Yes.
Why? That's horrible, Stephen.
So it was 5 a.m. on July 1st by the time Patterson got back with the warrants to search McDaniel's body, car, and apartment. So he was speaking to a Lieutenant Fletcher this whole time, and Lieutenant Fletcher got McDaniel to admit about 2 burglaries he committed in the neighborhood, stealing a condom each from 2 neighbors. Very strange. So they arrested him for burglary just to keep him under wraps, I guess. And then they went on to do some work in the following days of searching the apartment, and they came across a pair of Lauren's panties in his sock drawer rolled up, keys to Lauren's apartment as well as a master key to the complex. They also found a flash drive with some kiddie porn on it, which was another charge. And in the rear of the complex, there's a laundry room where they found a bloody sheet in a washing machine, and in a locked cabinet they found a hacksaw that was clean, but there was still blood evidence on it, and it came back to Lauren as well. The packaging for the hacksaw was found in McDaniel's apartment, so another link to him. Also, the FBI and Quantico came back with matching fibers that they found, some on McDaniel's clothing as well as Lauren's clothing. Police also find this creepy video he took of Lauren's apartment in his possessions. So Stephen McDaniel got life in prison for killing Lauren Giddings. And of course, since he went to law school, he thinks he's smarter than everybody else and had to appeal the case to no avail. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next Visitor's Day. And don't let me catch you in my gated community.